Good morning. My name is Nick Auletta and I'm a Vice President here at Summit Security Services. I'm hosting our monthly segment known as the Infragard Domestic Terror Watch. The intent of this segment is to consolidate terror-related events that occur within the United States to help us grasp the complexity and significance of the domestic terrorism issue. Today I'll be spending time to talk about the anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Before I start, I want to acknowledge the tremendous efforts of our nation's law enforcement, intelligence, and defense agencies for keeping our nation safe to memorialize the nearly 3,000 Americans that perished that tragic day. My company was the security provider for the World Trade Center towers and lost 11 of our personnel that day. We were able to quietly remember our fallen because of the unbelievable job done by the men and women in uniform. As we look back over the last 10 years since 9/11/2001, I think we've seen three major changes in our homeland security environment. First, we've seen a greater movement to incorporate security and technology, especially in the private sector. We've seen dramatic improvements in the technology available to our private security personnel. One particular technology piece is the use of common operating pictures, or COPs. Instead of simple CCTV systems, companies are able to utilize common operating pictures to tie all of their security and safety devices, like fire alarms, burglar alarms, and access control systems, into one central hub. Now security operators can monitor access control for a company's sites across the globe, all from one central command center. This happens to be one particular innovation, but an innovation that is seeing a huge demand from the private sector. Companies want to be able to centralize all of their security and safety systems. These systems, when utilized properly, are smart, effective, and budget conscious. These systems don't replace security personnel, but prove that the latest technology, coupled with highly efficient and trained operators, can create a more effective security program. Second, we've seen an increased emphasis on training of security personnel. This training is not only in counterterrorism, but also in emergency planning and business continuity. September 11th raised security awareness for many private sector companies and caused companies to take a greater look at their own vulnerabilities, which could include extreme weather or a health pandemic. We saw this recently during Hurricane Irene. My company is a security guard provider, and we filled over 200 special coverage requests throughout the hurricane weekend. I would estimate that over 75% of these requests came prior to the hurricane's arrival, with requests ordered as a part of a company's established extreme weather plan. I believe this is just a small example of the emergency planning that most private sector companies have in place. Over the last 10 years, many businesses have invested in business continuity plans to ensure that if an unexpected event does occur, they have thought through the process to recover quickly and efficiently. Before going to our third change, the increase of communications between private and public sectors, we're going to take a short break and turn the segment back over to Joe. Catch up with us in a few minutes as we talk through the increased use of public-private partnerships, such as with the Infragard Alliance.